Good evening and welcome to episode 25. It's been a long day, but I am home now and ready to play some Dragon Age 2. So let's head outside of our house. Um, grab... Doesn't really matter because I'm probably going to be visiting all of them anyway. Actually, let's talk to Sebastian first, since we might be gaining a new companion today, as well as catching up with some of the old ones.
We're here to serve the make. It's not always fun and games on the sea, though. There are storms and hostile pirates. And it's trying being cooped up with men who haven't seen a woman in months. You're a woman? Exactly. And I don't usually let them touch me, so they get frustrated. I insist all of them get alone time. Helps with the crankiness.
They're already lonely. Why would you insist they be alone some more?
Ah, Meryl.
What?
Poor
Did I
Meryl.
miss something?
Go think about it. Maybe it'll come to you.
Alright. Quite a contrast there. Give her... Okay, she's 6 points. So let's put 3 in dexterity and 3 in cunning. Um... 1 point in twin... We can't. Why not? We need another point into weapons. Alright, in that case, let's put the point into... I'm trying not to have her copy my build too much. I guess she doesn't have specializations though, so she'll be able to spend extra points on other things. Besides like her base specialization. Alright, so we'll put a point in there and a point in there. And as for Meryl... would be good. Do we want to give her rock armor? 10% of her mana for 25% armor. Might be a worthy trade-off. I'm still not sure. What of the first? Yeah, I might actually get this for her because... Actually, can I... No, too late. Alright. I was going to take away those points from willpower to, Actually, you know what? I do a quick load. That's going to take me right back to the Chantry, I think. Might hear their conversation again, but... That way, yeah. Okay, that's cool. So, real quick, let's redo this. Because there's no use putting points in a stat Meryl probably is not going to use. So I'm going to put more points into Constitution. Make her a Blood Mage. Or, yeah, Blood of the First. She sacrifices her own health. Right, so this spellcasting consumes health instead of mana. Immune to conventional healing. 1 health provides 2 mana. And it reserves 70% of your mana, so you can't have many sustained spells at the same time. Which makes sense, because otherwise it would be too powerful to be a Blood Mage and still have all your sustained stuff. Taking it from your mana pool. Alright, so what does this do? Control the blood of her foes. Makes the enemy's armor and damage resistance 0. And it's an area of effect. Enemies without blood are immune. Alright, so it's only, okay, so it's only, for her one ability that they're immune. What does this do? Inflicts more damage and leaves them possibly immobilized. Alright, it's a pretty good spell. Whereas this one, sort of like the Keeper spell. Not sure. We might get that. We'll see. Oh, I guess, oh, she needs to have more points in Dalish Pride to get the good Blood Mage spells. Well, I guess we don't have much of a choice then, do we? Yeah. Alright, so I guess she needs to get... Okay. Well, for now she's out of points, so we'll come back there later. Tactics, Damager, did that not... Alright, I might have to do her spells custom as well. Get her to use Blood Magic. Although if we do the tactics right, we could actually have her do, like, use some of her mana from her regular spells, and then when she's low on mana, then switch to blood magic. Kind of wish I had decided to put her as a blood mage earlier. I was more worried about her being immune to heal spells, but because we don't really have healer.
The Canary must like it here, to stay so long.
From what I've seen, the Canary don't like anything.
That can't be true. They must like some things. Sunshine, butterflies, rainbows.
If I spot a Canary admiring butterflies, Meryl, you'll be the first person I tell.
Well, Sten did have that very nice butterfly rainbow sword. Not sure he liked it, but he used it. One of those feast day presents. Alright, nothing good in here.
I see, Torlin.
Forgive me, Your Grace.
Wedding for that daughter of hers?
Forgiveness for a sin you committed in full knowledge. The Maker blessed us with minds and a conscience. He does not approve when we fail to use them.
I'm sorry.
I'm not the one you wronged.
What are they talking about?
I thought it would end here. That young lady, Hawke, she decimated Flint Company. No survivors. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
Hawke? We were just talking about you.
Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
I'd rather talk directly, if you don't mind. I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
Tell me about this family.
Lord Harriman used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johanne Harriman. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Are they into, like, dark magic or something? What's with all the reclusiveness?
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility.
Mere
But
nobility.
I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
This is why the cycle of violence never gets broken.
You jest, but that's the truth. Give this up, Sebastian. Dedicate yourself to the Chantry as you swore.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
If I'm standing beside you, that should make her think twice.
Again, your interest in my plight humbles me. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
Sure. Let's, Alright. So, it'll definitely be easier when we're traveling with Anders, since he's a healing mage. Otherwise, we won't have a healer, because there are no other healers in the game. But, we'll make do. We have potions if needed. The fights are quick enough where you can usually kill them before they kill you. Our history of the Chantry.
I cannot fault Sebastian for wanting to know why an old ally would turn against his parents. But I fear he's too impetuous. He may do something he regrets. Please, go with him, try to restrain him. If the Harrimans are guilty, they will receive justice from the Viscount. Sebastian need not take their punishment into his own hands.
What is the Chantry's stance on the Kunari presence here?
Would it help anything for us to get involved? Or is it more likely to light the kindling? If the Kunari act against us, the Templars will defend Kirkwall. Otherwise, we guard ourselves best by waiting.
How long have you been Grand Cleric?
I became a lay sister here when I was only a girl. My parents died of fever, and I was taken in by the Chantry. Eventually, I took my vows. After I had served for some time, the revered mothers agreed that I should travel to Orlais. The Divine herself appointed me Grand Cleric of Kirkwall, That was near 30 years ago.
Like I said before, I assume if she's Grand Cleric of Kirkwall, she's also Grand Cleric of the Free Marches? Or do nations have multiple, like, parishes, or whatever the equivalent is? I thought there was only one Grand Cleric in all of Ferelden, but, could be wrong.
You knew my grandparents?
I dedicated your mother into the Chantry. She was a beautiful baby. Your grandmother was a very proper lady, but she was beside herself that day. And your mother put a fist in my eye.
I don't want her blessing. I don't want to yell at her either.
Are you intending to stay neutral about the Kunari mages forever?
The Maker's time is not men's time. We do not need to rush.
I'll have to remember that line the next time I'm late.
The Chantry is not a domineering father with the whip always in hand. She is a gentle mother who knows her children learn best when allowed to learn themselves.
I like that metaphor. Kind of cool. Alright, so we have a new party member, an archer. Like Varric, not as good, I don't think. Yeah, he's got pretty typical stats. Alright, and it looks like, so he has the archery tree, and he also has the Royal Archer unique tree. What does this do? This is Righteous Chain is basically like the chain I have, whatever it's called. Just for archery. Wounding arrow. Enemy damage resistance, that could be good. Arrow of Judgment. And that's essentially the explosive strike. Guardian Angel. Oh, he makes a decoy. So that's like something, what is that, in the Shadow Tree I think there's a decoy spell. Critical hits do more damage, plus 10% damage resistance, 100% critical chance for flanking. Let's just go with that for now. We'll probably come back here though. Mistis could be good. As could Goad. Alright. We know from Varric that having a lot of these abilities is really nice. Gear I definitely want. 1, 2, 3, 4, we need one more point in here. Get nobility or hitting shot. The target spells aren't that good. Unless, is there a chance for them to resist it? I assume there is. Yeah, 80% versus normal enemies, so it's even less than that against elites. That might not even work. Alright, so that's good enough for those. He kills weaker enemies. That could be good too. He already has speed. Again, just like Varric. Refuge. Evade. Actually, that could be good. Alien's Breath. Let's have him get that. And longer duration, because Obscure buffs will buff my stuff. So, alright. Might not be perfect, but it'll do. And something is up here as well. Not sure what quest this is. Parvalan, the Occupied North. Oh, it's one of those 3 evil tomes. You found one of Tarone's books. The pages are filled with secrets of blood magic. You feel a stirring of power as you look upon it. Now, I think if you read this book, you actually get like a bonus talent or something, which is kind of, or at least attributes, which is kind of tempting. But as far as she'll go for gold and glory, she won't go that far. We have to destroy the book, right? That was the goal. Pretty sure.
You hit like an Orleans.
Oh. And we have enemies coming, including a Desire Demon. A Mark of Death. I remember how to fight now. Assassinate.
Face me. I stand for all of us.
pretty well.
I've got what you need right
And
here.
explosive strike. I did look up the enemies, like how you tell the enemies apart, and the only thread I could find on it quickly devolved to people arguing back and forth, so it wasn't really helpful. But the short answer is there's no way to tell the difference except their health bars, which is very unclear. Unlike Dragon Age, where it was different colored names. I like that a lot better. The only ones that were unclear there were the critters. Here we go, Chantry hierarchy. Okay, the divine is the head. Although since the schism, that word schism, with the Imperial Chantry, there are two divines. The white divine, a woman in the Grand Cathedral in Balroyo. Other, the black divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Manrathus. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered as sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a divine is addressed as most holy or your perfection. Beneath that is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Balroyo when the College of Clerics convenes, otherwise remain when they are assigned your grace. Alright, so so it's not one Grand Cleric per country, it's one Grand Cleric per region. However, region is defined. So I guess Kirkwall is one region. Ferelden might be, as far as the Chantry is concerned, a single region. One revered mother, or one Grand Cleric. But each city-state up here might have their own. Alright, so we have Sebastian. Now we can give him that belt, I bet. Oh, and we have that bow we've been saving for him. Yeah, which is a lot better than what he has, so I'm glad we saved it. And... alright. This looks pretty good. Belt of Unknowing. I'd rather have the other belt. Attack bonus. Definitely use some more attack. And we only have 2 rings, so... higher damage. Well, that's what you're getting. I still need to know, how do you get the upgrade slots on their armor?
We're
I'll
here
look
to
that up at
serve
some
the
point.
maker.
Alright, so... let's visit... Anders. Oh, one thing I did want to say that it occurred to me, I was playing Guild Wars 2 and it clicked, Orichalcum is a material in Guild Wars 2. I knew it was a material and something I was very familiar with. And I just, it is a grade 4 crafting material, like I said. I just couldn't think of what game I was thinking of. Oh, Deathroot. That's right, these are all new zones now. Oh, that's annoying, because you have to go through like every single zone again now. Find all the stuff there. The first time I didn't mind it, but going through and relooting the same zones a bunch of times, that's kind of... I don't enjoy the thought of doing that. It's hard to remember where you've even been. It's like I've been to all these areas, but have I been in Act 2 or just Act 1? So far we haven't really been anywhere, so I guess I'll have to make a pass through all the areas of the game again at some point. Anything in here? No.
And that will, stop the itch.
Seneschal.
Yes. Though I would stay away from women you meet in the port. Pirates tend to dock in unsavory places.
I heard that.
Just use the salve if it comes back.
Excuse me.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
The Templars are hunting you.
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
I guess you can suggest that he moves in with you.
I can't say you've been keeping a low profile.
The Knight Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
Justice must not know where to turn first.
In the Fade, there is no time. Emotion rules everything. Justice doesn't know how to sit idle until the right moment to strike. And I can't say I have any greater patience. I fear what my anger has made of my friend.
You chose to merge with him. Only you can make it work.
I am trying. I have not attacked the Templars openly. I've helped the mages here as best I can, but this impasse cannot last. One day, everyone in Kirkwall will have to choose a side.
Alright. We've now visited Anders. I guess let's make our way through the Undercity again while we're here. See if there's any more like elf fruits or other things we need to see. Any loot yet? Anything over here? How about over here?
Remember when we were young? There was a lot more shit on the streets back.
Do you have coin to spare, Messer? My children are starving.
I'm not sure how much I'm giving her, but okay.
I hope this helps.
Thank you. Make a smile on you.
I miss that.
Yeah, 1 silver.
So you're a
I can
prince,
spare
are
that.
you?
That is apparently true.
There's doubt?
I've accepted the burden. That's all that matters. Why do you ask?
This is one of the band of 3 things. Greater percentage of them do not survive the harrowing here, and a greater percentage turn to blood magic, almost double that of Starkhaven or Ostwick. Is there a secret fraternity delving into the Tevinter secrets of the city? Either way, we must be more careful lest we become the band of one or none.
Our captain.
The entitled types are always trouble.
In that case, I'm glad I don't count myself as one.
They never do.
Oh, got some enemies. These are kind of... I don't even know where to start. Archer's Lance, should we give that a try? That's pretty cool. I don't know how much it actually did, but...
I'll deal with this.
You go through me before anyone else. Ha! Run home while you still can.
You walk away, but don't get full of yourself.
Eveline's gotten a bit preachy since she's become the guard captain. Anything down here?
I'm fond of a little dirt now and then, but this? Was this really necessary?
He's talking about Dark Town in general, I guess. Who are you? Jake the Black.
Stay away from me.
Last guy that was down here was a slaver. Hopefully that guy is not a slaver. Well, he's a mage by the looks of it. Wonder if Anders has helped him out. Alright. Guess that's about it for Dark Town. Let's head out here then. And where does Isabella hang out? At the inn as well? Or the hangman?
Scavenging today.
Let's see. Very least Varric will be here. Possibly her as well. Yep. Alright, let's talk to Varric first though. The Seekers of
You
Truth.
don't like me, guard captain?
I've no issue, so long as the fight over your title stays in Starkhaven. Exactly like it hasn't.
Should I apologize for trying to take back what is rightfully mine?
Whatever it takes, no matter the cost.
It feels like you're blaming me for some personal experience of yours.
I was at Ostagar. Good people die when leaders do whatever it takes.
Good people know the necessity.
You're referring to Logan or Kaelin?
Truth is out there.
Is it? When I mentioned powers greater than the Templars, I didn't mean the Chantry. Really, they command the Templars, but this was not always so. The Inquisition once hunted heretics and cultists as well as mages. and their reign of terror ended only with the inception of the Circle of Magi. They became the Templar Order, for good or ill, the Watchers of the Mages and the martial arm of the Chantry. But the Inquisition, obviously, is going to have something to do with the third game, and I believe Cassandra's a Seeker. Is that part of the Inquisition or not? I thought they said she was like a Seeker of the Inquisition. Yeah, here we go. It was a mutually beneficial arrangement, but few know that the Chantry created yet another order to watch over the Templars, the Seekers of Truth. I know little of them myself, but I can say the following things with certainty. They serve the divine, and they are feared. When a Seeker steps from the shadows, Templars run for cover. Because why would he come unless the Templars somehow failed in their duties? Seekers are extremely effective investigating abuses within the Circle and hunting particularly evasive apostates. It's said that they are immune to a blood mage's mind control and possess the ability to read minds or erase memories, but this is likely exaggeration. We return to my original dilemma. Who watches powers greater than that of the Templars? One assumes it's the divine, but how much could she know about their activities when their very existence is a mystery to most? Interesting that the divine's name is, or the divine's pronouns are capitalized. I don't know if that's always the case. I feel like it's not. Usually that's reserved only for actual deities. Unknown priest found in the Grand Cathedral archives. 880 blessed, so about 50 years ago. Roderick.
Anyone knows Karen? Has he done anything wrong?
Alright, that didn't do anything. How you doing, Nora?
Barrick told me you found a pair of magical pantaloons in the deep roads. They glow when darkspawn are near.
Barrick is full of shit, but okay. We already knew that. Once again, before we actually talk to anybody, let's go around and loot the place. You never know what has been stored here in the past 3 years. Like a shield. Is it better than Aveline's current one? Probably not. The current one gives me more money, so hard to beat that. Healing by this character, not to this character. Let's go with it anyway. Nope, not that good. Right, some graffiti in here. There before? I feel like I would have noticed it, but maybe not. Wave paintings by the looks of it. Wonder where this building used to be before it became a bar.
Do you ever feel like the world's getting simpler? Like everything from eating to fighting is a lot less complex than it used to be?
Is that a reference to the simplification of things in Dragon Age 1 to Dragon Age 2? Bet I had 30 lockpicking now.
That should do it.
That was a complex lock.
Need a little special something for that special someone. Don't ingest the
Oh yeah,
merchandise.
Martin. Oh, he has a little shop set up. Nice daggers. Some gear. Toxins, but I can make my own, so I don't really care about those. No recipes. Oh well.
It's not recommended.
Yeah, we did get the gold back. Yay. We'll have to visit the Black Emporium at some point to buy the stuff there. We're getting the same random crap loot though. Alright. Now that all that's done, let's talk to Varric. Yeah, his new wealthy lifestyle has been treating him.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble.
My Blondie? Probably not, because how would he know?
Let me ask you something, Hawke. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
Wonder if this actually affects anything. Taking care of your family, politics, I'd like to buy a business. I already have a business. Bone Pit. Otherwise I probably would say this one. I only want a title. Waiting between these two. Let's go with this one.
I could go into business for myself. You must have pointers on that, don't you, Varric?
A business is like a puppy. Take your eyes off it, and soon there's shit all over your floor. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
The Lothering? I don't think so.
Kirkwall needs me.
If nothing else, you give this town respectability, my friend. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Sounds good to me. What say you, Isabella?
It's like you haven't moved in 3 years. It's easier for people to find me this way. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
Isn't that what you said last time?
Oh, you mean when I went digging for that stash?
Yes. That turned out to contain several badly written poems and an old boot.
It could have contained the relic. I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
Oh, so okay. So here's the third options. Yeah, I guess we'll go with Isabella then.
Do I get a kiss from the feisty temptress when I present her with the hard-won prize?
If you want. I'll even let you choose where I plant it.
Oh. We get a quest? We did. New quest. Speak to Isabella. We just did that. Speak to her again, I guess? Now that it's actually a quest?
Why do you always win at cards?
Oh, Meryl.
Because I cheat, kitten. This trinket, it's elven, isn't it? From your clan. Don't bet anything you're not prepared to lose. Here, have it back.
Didn't Qui-Gon Jinn say that? Star Wars. It's hard to remember.
A jigger of your finest whiskey for my friend over here. The Hanged Man's finest isn't much, but it'll get you just as drunk as anything you'll find in Hightown.
Hard to remember sometimes she's the same character from Dragon Age 1, the card player and duelist instructor, since they really changed her appearance a lot. But yeah, she's always been good at cards, I guess.
And you'll wake up and find someone stolen your trousers.
That's when you know it's a party. I thought I'd have to watch myself around you, but as it turns out, you're all right.
That's mildly insulting, you know.
You know what I mean. You don't judge people. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You know, little things like that. If I had someone like you on board my ship when the storm hit, maybe we wouldn't have been shipwrecked.
If you hadn't been shipwrecked, we wouldn't have met. That would have been a shame.
I'll drink to that.
Slow day.
Why was she moving there?
You've been drinking.
Alright, anyway.
Maybe.
Maybe there were two quests
Yes.
to pick up from
Face it, you don't pay me enough to stay
and
so
Ravane. Chant of Light never truly reached the ears of these people. The years they spent under the thumb of the Qunari left most of the country zealous followers of the Qun. They have wise women, hedge mages. Chantry prohibition against such magical practices violates millennia of local tradition. Bye, Brother Janativi. Alright. Who else can we talk to? We've talked to Anders. Hightown would be Fenris. We haven't talked to him, right? And then there's Meryl in Lowtown. Who else? Forgetting somebody. Already talked to Aveline. Maybe that's everybody. Bethany, obviously,
Did
but
Mistress want silk thread or cotton thread?
we order better runes now that we are in Act 2. About the same, I guess. That's it's based on recipes, so we did find a decent bit of crafting supplies in the end of Act 1. Not a lot of orichalcum though. We could use more of that. Probably while we're here. Study of the Fifth Blight, Volume 2. The Warden sought Earl Aemon, uncle to the late King Cailan, in the hopes of mustering troops from the Ferelden nobility. Upon arrival in Redcliffe, they learned that the Arl had fallen ill and was near death. His knights had gone in pursuit of the fabled ashes of Andraste, Aemon's only hope for a cure. And the village surrounding the keep was beset by a host of animated corpses. The wardens found and stopped the demon behind the undead before joining the search for Aemon's cure. I guess we don't really have to read that because we lived it. Alright. So, good armor here, but as before, I don't really want to spend gold on armor. Just because you usually can find better things. Oh, better companion armor for Sebastian. I guess I should probably buy this. That's like an upgrade. I'm gonna sell any of these. Sell this. Alchemist protective hand gloves. We're gonna hold on to them for now. Bonus to lockpicking. Don't really need that. Yeah, we're getting to the point where my armor will not be super useful for long. Oathbreaker or Battle Axe. 25. Healing from or healing to? Healing to. That'd be good for Fenris. All these shields. Superior dagger. Actually, Isabella could probably use that. Aldecine maybe as well. One of our companions, that is. Superior dagger. Better than both of hers. One of them is upgraded, but unfortunately, still not that good. It's tough though, because even though this dagger's better, it doesn't have the attack bonus, but whatever. Alright. Anyway, let's go find Fenris, shall we? Oh.
You have such pretty hair.
One second. A bad staff for 10. Oh, because I can't use it, that's why. That's why it has no stars. Robes of the Void. Dupuis, family chest plate. Dupuis. I had a Professor Dupuis. Enemies drop more coin. That might be worth buying then. Wonder what it looks like though. We'll consider it. Backpack. Apparently I missed a backpack in one of these shops I forgot to come back to. Okay, so now you can buy companion armor. I see. Okay, that's how you do it. Well, I'm going to buy it for all of them because I'm going to use all of them at some point. Alright. But yeah, but having a, 90 instead of 100 upgrades.
Other children used to laugh at me for having ginger hair.
Really? Oh, I bet you were cute. Did you have pigtails?
Sometimes.
How precious. Little Aveline running around the village with her flaming orange pigtails streaming behind her. And little boys all scattering and screaming for mercy as she approached.
Shut up, whore.
Ouch. Oh, that was a good imagery there. Red Lantern District. Any things here that I should get?
Have worn these shoes.
The Chantry should do more.
I assume we'll have a reason to go there sooner or later, so I'm not going to go inside yet. Alright, let's find Fenris. Or it's Fenris, exactly. Harriman Estate. That's for, what's his name? We'll do that, I guess, next episode then. For now, we have one more companion to talk to.
I'm sorry.
And hopefully next episode we can get to the Qunari as well, because that's when things are going to get interesting. Anything new on the Chanter's board? Probably not. Oh, there is! A bunch of foreign assassins are roaming the streets looking for some fool mage. Get rid of these fools before they bring the guard down on all of us. Doesn't seem like a very nice quest for a Chanter's board, but who am I to argue with coin?
Calm at the moment, but even Hightown has its troubles.
Doesn't everywhere? Alright, Fenris. Let me just make sure. All right, talk to those two. Talk to her. Oh, we haven't talked to Meryl yet. Okay. Anders, Sebastian, Bethany. Oh, we don't actually have.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport. Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Hey now. Guess I have some competition.
3 years. There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Don't tell me you're going to miss all the attention.
Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
I'm not sure she really knows either.
Do you really not know?
My first memory is receiving these markings, the lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
You don't know who you were?
Fenris was the name Denarius bestowed upon me, his little wolf. If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
We can talk about this, Fenris.
I doubt it. But enough. You have much to keep you busy, I'm certain.
Alright. Fenris is one of those weird people I keep being nice to and getting friendship points with. And then I'm going to say something he doesn't like. Get a bunch of rivalry points from. We can't explore his mansion very much. So, alright, one last thing. Let's talk to Meryl. Lowtown. Can you go right to the alienage? Meryl's home. Even better, you can go right to her house. Oh, okay. Yep. I do remember why there's an Alluvian loading icon. He has an Alluvian, or the remains of one. Also, I haven't finished it, but I started watching a quick little Let's Play of the Dalish Elf origin, and sure enough, Meryl is from the same tribe as the hero Ferelden is, if you're a Dalish Elf in the first game. As is Master Island and Keeper Marathari, they're all the exact same characters, which is really awesome. Nice little tie-in. They even say they headed north after the game. Or after the origin.
Have you heard from your sister? Is she settling in all right with the circle?
I thought you and Bethany didn't get along. Why are you worrying over her?
I'd be terrified in her shoes. Surrounded by strangers. Watched all the time. We didn't always agree, but she's a sweet girl. I would never wish that fate on anyone.
Our mother checks on her frequently. She seems to be adjusting.
Maybe it's nice for her to finally live without hiding. She's strong. If anyone can get through this, she can. Don't blame yourself.
If I'd gotten home sooner, she might still be free.
Once the Templars knew, nothing you could have done would have saved her. Things will be all right. Somehow.
Yeah, like I said, I think taking her to the Wardens is probably the most ideal choice, but as I said, I couldn't, not being a warrior myself, it would be really weird going to the place with 2 rogues and 2 mages. The deep road. So I guess we can't talk about this yet. That is part of a later conversation, I seem to recall. Anything over here? Nope. Wouldn't make much sense to steal Meryl's stuff anyway. Alright, so this wasn't the most exciting episode in the world, but pretty soon we will be heading to meet with the Qunari, and that will be exciting. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next episode.